The college football playoff board of managers does want to extend the playoff, we think. But there is an impasse. There is a stalemate between the Big Ten and the SEC, who are holding most of the voting power in this, and they can't seem to agree on what the next form of the playoff should be. And there's even more, that thought that we could stay at 12, which may or may not be a good thing. Let's talk about who's right, who's wrong, and where we're at. What's up, kid folk? It's RJ Young. I am not on a step mill. If this is your first time watching Adapt and Respond, thank you for joining us here. We talk college football year round. If you're into that, hit that subscribe button, like this video, answer the question in the comments below. Who's right? Big Ten, who wants 16 teams in a college football playoff? I already did that wrong. Ixnay on the Oopitstay. Thank you for staying with me. SEC wants 16 teams in the playoff. Big Ten wants 24 teams in the playoff. Who's right? I've written about the 2014 playoff at some length, and I did it weekly throughout the regular season of the college football. And what I came to find is that the 2014 playoff is the most fair. It really is. It's fair because it's fair to each one of the conferences that make up the Power Four, and it doesn't exclude the G6. The way the 2014 playoff would work, you have the top 4 teams from each one of the Power Four according to the standings. Period. They all get in 1 through 4. The committee would seed those teams 1 all the way down, right? Then you have your 2 at-large teams for the G6, and then you have your 6 at-large teams for the rest of the field. Now, they could come up with a better way of how they could pick the G6 because, according to the language, the committee could pick the 2 worst teams in the G6 according to record and make those the teams that get in the playoff. I don't think they would do that, but you do need to shore that up because we have found that the details in this thing absolutely matter, and that's how we got from 4 teams to 12, right? Because the details are getting messed up, and one entire power conference disintegrated, just disappeared in the middle of this, and it messed up all of the math. So now we have a memorandum of understanding that says that Notre Dame gets into the college football playoff in a 12-team field if it's ranked number 12 or higher, which is asinine, stupid. So for those of you that already are going, I don't want automatic qualifiers, well, Notre Dame is already an automatic qualifier without needing to play a conference championship game or in a friggin' league. It's done. Fight your goldfish on that one. I tried to tell you all it's coming. Automatic qualifiers are coming. So why 24 versus 16? 24 gives the SEC enough, 16 teams that get in, right? Ostensibly, you get 16 teams in, perhaps, right? If you get all those at large bids, so you get your 4, and then you get 6. You get 10 teams in. You get 10 of your teams in, but you only got 16 teams, so 10 to 16. The Big Ten's got 18 teams. It could get 10 teams in. It's got 2 more teams. Gives it 2 more options, right? It's got more cards to play. And the whole point of this is to get as many of your teams into the playoff as you possibly can so you can take home as much of that CFP pie as you possibly can. I think I butchered that at the start, but I made up for it in the back end because 18 is more than 16. And if I got 2 more chances to go get a team in, I'm going to take that. With 16, you kind of limit it, right? You kind of put this thing back into what you think is even. But that is until the SEC adds 2 more teams, right? And then they would want to extend to 24 teams, which I think is what the Big Ten is kind of arguing about. It's like, dog, we know that y'all circling. Y'all look at Clemson every now and again. You look at North Carolina every now and again. You look at Virginia every now and again. Florida State. You look at teams that are great research universities, that are tier 1 universities that got agreeable college football programs that you can sun, and you want to bring them in. You just can't figure out how to do that right now under the television agreements that you got in place. But those television agreements, grants rights, will come up soon. So stop playing, right? We got more than you right now. It's all right. More than that, though, Greg Sankey is staring down another national championship without one of his members in it, which ain't a good look for him. Ain't a good look for the SEC. It's a great look for the Big Ten, who's got 3 years of having a team in this thing and could have 3 years of having a national champion. Feels like the Big Ten has all of the superpower confidence to do all of this. But there is this caveat. It took us 5 years to go from 4 teams to 12 teams, right? And there are those that say we should stick at 12 for a little while longer and figure out what else we don't know. Well, we already know that we don't like it. We already know that we don't like it because we want more home games. We know that we don't like it because we don't like the first round bye that has eliminated 7 out of 8 teams that received it. The seeding seemed to matter, and it kind of did. But what really mattered is those weeks off that influenced 3 of the top 4 teams in all of college football. Okay. Then you've got the president saying that he's going to sign an executive order, which is not a law, by the way, saying that the Army-Navy game is protected. Okay, cool, bet. Like, nobody's going to do this to the president because he's the president, but good luck pulling that one off. The reason that he wants to do that is because to go to a 16 or 2014 playoff, you kind of need to play games on that Saturday, or at the very least on that weekend. So I think the workaround would be you play games on Thursday, Friday, and Sunday, and you leave that Saturday game alone for Army-Navy, which for the time being, everybody gets what they want, right? Which is we're playing football on that weekend. Didn't say it had to be on that Saturday. We played a Friday night college football playoff game, which was once sacrilege. It's fine. As long as you're not competing with the NFL where you can get your butt kicked, do what you want to do on that one. The way that I look at this that I think is really not getting enough said about it, though, is if you have an agreement to extend the field to 16 teams and an agreement to, in say, a year or two, extend the field to 24 teams, why can't this go? And that is what the Big Ten, Tony Petitti, have offered. They've said, look, if we get a signed agreement that says we will go to 16 teams next year, but we will go to 24 teams the year after or even the year after, sold. Let's do it. Then we get a lot of runway to figure out how we're going to situate ourselves to capitalize on the sport, to make the schedules fit, to make it work within the transfer portal, to try to fix what is broken in college football. Now, far be it from me to say it, but I like it when there's mess in college football. I like chaos in college football. A, it's the natural state of the sport and always has been. B, we've been playing football on television since the 1950s, and we've been calling it everything from great to evil since the 1950s. The thing that we do know, though, is that the value of college football continues to go up. The value of players continues to go up. And the only way to continue to pay the bill is to grow the pie. Grow the pie. To grow the pie, you have to have more inventory. To have more inventory, you have to play more football. Okay? Now, for those that say, I do not want to see Tennessee beat the hell out of Tulane, or in this case, Ole Miss beat the hell out of Tulane, Oregon beat the hell out of James Madison, fine. Great. Good for you. You know what else you can do away with? Alabama beating the hell out of Citadel. Tennessee beating the hell out of Tennessee Tech. Georgia beating the hell out of Mercer. Get that off my regular season schedule, then talk to me about the playoff. Good God. I'm telling you, priorities, people. Priorities. You want the college football to be quality. Then remove the non-quality football. Why is this hard? It's not. It's not. People are making it harder. And for those of you that are also going to be in the comments talking about why are you shouting, you're new. I've been doing this for 8 years. It will not change. Matter of fact, beatings will continue until morale improves. Some of you have seen this in the comments, but I'm going to lay it out for you right here, right now. You're on my land. You're on my land. You know why I say that? Because I watch Yellowstone too. So when the foreigners get off the bus and they try to go take pictures of a black bear that wants to eat them alive, and Kevin Costner has to go out there in his tuxedo with his rifle, shoot in the air to ward off the bear, but also go, what the hell are y'all doing? To save their lives, they go, wait, we thought this was public property. No, it's my property. It's my land. I own it. To which they say, no one person should own all of this. You should share it. To which Kevin Costner does what every friggin' American does. He shoots his gun in the air, scares the foreigners. They get back on the bus, they scuttle, and he leaves them with, I swear, the most valuable piece of information that they will pick up while they're in the country. This is America. We don't share land. And we do like to make a lot of money. And if you want to see college football continue to grow and continue to be healthy, you're going to grow the pie.